The past 24 hours regarding the click indicators drama has just been like kind of crazy. And this warrants a second video because holy crap, this is the biggest scandal in Geometry Dash history regarding anything mod related or anything geode related. So essentially around like midday today, which is like August 18th, the mod just completely disappeared. I was actually looking at the website and the website completely went down. And I was like, okay, he's probably just like updating something, or he's trying to make a new update or something to try and rekindle the mod, right? And it looked like it was just completely down, and I was looking and there was nothing working. And then I went to go look at my license, because I did actually buy a license to test out the mod to find out what was wrong with it, right? And see if it would look vibe coded. And my license completely stopped working. He deleted the Click Indicators Mod Discord and removed every single license from every single user. Now I want you to put this into perspective. There were roughly 1,400 Click Indicators users that were actively paying users and were, using the mod, and they paid $3 for it. And that's roughly $4,500 worth of money made from this mod that Jackz just stole from people. They don't even have access to the mod anymore. It seemed like he basically just rug pulled. It's literally like textbook rug pulling. Now, what's insanely crazy to me is right before this happened, one of the users who is actually in Patch Team, a kind of like team that is associated with cracking many paid Geometry Dash mods, was given access to the source code of both the mod and the website. Now, to put this into perspective, that means that they had every single line of code that makes the paid version of the mod and the website. So he was able to actually look at everything, and boy, was it bad. Now, if you look right here, this already sums it up enough. There's 20 to 30 lines of just comments in the code, and if you don't know what that means, that usually comes from AI, because AI usually writes comments in code. I think it was already pretty obvious that he had already vibe coded the entire mod, but the fact that we were given access to the source code gave us reasonable ways to find out if that kill date, which I talked about in the previous video, actually was there. And boy, it was even worse than that. Now, not only was this kill date technically not a kill date, but technically was a kill date, but there was another problem with the actual license verification system that would completely brick everyone's license before September 28th. There was two separate systems that one was actually accidentally not deleted, which would essentially refresh every license within 21 days of the next build that was shipped. So essentially, if Jack created another version, it would update everyone's license by 21 days. And it gets worse than that. So, you know how in the privacy policy, it talks about no telemetry, no ads, no unnecessary tracking of your data, right? Well, the source code was leaked, so we were able to find out exactly what he's tracking. And it's way worse than I thought it was. Essentially, there's a system in the mod itself that would essentially talk to the backend and would host a bunch of macros, which are, downloadable from the mod, and you're able to use them as reference for the click indicators, which you can kind of just search them up and it'll give them to you. But those are uploaded by actual users. And what happened was, every single user that uploaded a macro had a 32-byte identifier attached to their macro, which told the person who was receiving them on the back end, which could be read by any person who has access to the web server, which is most likely Jack. He could read your username, exactly who you were, exactly when you uploaded the macro, from what account you did this from, your email, all sorts of stuff. It was written to that file, essentially giving him access to everything and when you uploaded that macro, and that could be turned into data as to when they're using the mod or how many people are using the mod, and it could kind of just track what you were doing. Now, the only reason this is necessarily a bad thing in this case is because usually when it comes to geode mods, and the reason that it got banned from the index is because you're usually supposed to make that kind of stuff opt-in. So essentially by default, it's not going to happen, but you can toggle it on to make your experience better. Alright, the next portion is just a interview between me and Whoosh, a former developer that worked alongside Jackz. I will timestamp the part of the interview if you do want to skip through it and skip to the end where I have some final closing thoughts. But yeah, feel free to listen to this. It's some good information that's not just something that I've regurgitated. Alright, so I'm here with, what's your name?
My name is Whoosh, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice. And what is your involvement in the Click Indicators mod in the current drama?
Well, I used to be the only admin, or like the only person, you know, helping Jack kind of develop and test the mod, you know, making sure it's okay and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm just moderating chat and all that, you know, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and from what I'm aware, you kind of got banned, or you left, or you got removed. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I was helping Jack, you know, test the mod and stuff. Everything was going fine the days before. My Microsoft got compromised, and you know, the guy who was ransoming me was asking for $15. You know, I asked Jack because I know he has money. Because the mod, you know, he's made a lot of money, and yeah. I kind of asked him because it was 4 a.m. I didn't have anyone else to ask. You know, I said I'd pay him back. I'd say I'm paying back and stuff, and he said sure. He said sure, you'd give me the $15, but he banned and blocked me, and then kind of just made excuses, telling me that I lied and I made a bullshit, a quote unquote bullshit excuse. But yeah, no, my account really got compromised and I really needed his help that one night, and then he just banned me, and then that's the end of our the end of our relationship, kind of.
And were you paid for the mod before, like paid for your work, or paid in general while Jack was owning the mod?
Yeah, I got paid. One time I got $35 because I wanted to buy clothes, you know, and Jack decided to hook me up. He decided to pay me one time, but you know, of course I can't complain too much. $35 is $35, but it's just kind of messed up that what he did to me, you know. I really needed his help that one night, and he said if he said no, you know, I would have went right away, but you know, it's kind of just messed up. Yeah,
of course. And how much money, to your knowledge, do you think the mod has made?
Well, from my knowledge, he's made about $5,000. It's kind of crazy he couldn't pay me $15. Sorry for going back to the payment stuff constantly. It just really ticked me off.
Yeah, that would be frustrating to me too, because if I was actively trying to be a part of it, I would want to try and make some sort of money.
Yeah, and I was helping him moderate the server. I was the only person keeping chat somewhat sane. You know, he didn't even speak in chat a single time, from like maybe once or twice, but he hardly ever wrote in chat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And while you were partially a developer, were you aware that it was kind of vibe coded while you were still a part of the team? And what kind of led up to you know, telling people that it was vibe coded?
So before, like when I first became helper, when I first met Jack, I obviously didn't know it was vibe coded, but then little allegations started to get out. People were getting mad in chat, so I just messaged Jack, yo, is the mod vibe coded? And he told me only some parts of it are vibe coded, because some of the really hard parts to code are vibe coded, but everything else was his work. And then eventually he just gave it up to me, told me that it was vibe coded. Well, he didn't even really tell me. I just kind of you know, the allegations got too much, and then it was kind of obvious, right?
Yeah, I mean, it gets to a point.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of obvious, you know. Yeah. I told people, like, of course, you know, I'm the developer, the admin, you know, I have to tell people, like, I don't know, because I really technically didn't know, because I didn't have any any like access to view the source code. It was just, to me, they were just allegations, but it was clear that it was vibe coded. And you know, as a admin, I can't really tarnish the view, like the mod, you know, because that's a surefire way to get banned.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. And it's also kind of one of those things where like you're the developer and you don't know 100% sure, and you still want to try and give that one little tiny aspect to try and continue helping it because you are part of the development team.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, you know, like what made me, you know, start being honest with it is because Jack is honestly just a horrible person. Like he's very selfish in my opinion. I don't know, that's what I think. That, and then after our whole incident, I kind of just stopped caring, because obviously I wasn't an admin anymore, I wasn't a developer anymore, I had no connection technically, but kind of like after that, it was just, I just started being honest with it because I have no reason to lie anymore.
Yeah, I agree. And it sucks because, I mean, he's made close to $5,000 off this mod based off the statistics that were leaked from the source code. It's kind of crazy to me that, you know, he blocked everybody and deleted the Discord and took down the website. What are your kind of thoughts on the whole, you know, deletion of everything?
Exit scam. Honestly, I was shocked when I found out he exit scammed, because even to me, he told me he wants to keep this going even when all the AI allegations, or well, they're not allegations, but you know what I mean. When all the AI stuff came out, I was like, what are you gonna do? Like, are you gonna keep going with it? And he was like, yeah, I want to keep going with it. I just want to keep making this mod. It's interesting. I want to, you know what I mean? So I had no clue he was gonna exit scam. What I think made him exit scam was him giving the source code out to the patch team lead, and obviously the source code got leaked, and after that I think he just kind of gave up. But honestly, it was coming to him. He kind of deserves it.
Actually, earlier on in the video, before this interview actually took place, I did talk about the patch team situation. Essentially, he was trying to hire multiple developers, and one of them actually was a patch team or former patch team member, and that member decided to leak the source code to everybody.
It was coming to him. I don't know what else to say. It was deserved.
I would say it's deserved. I don't know what he was
thinking.
And it's kind of crazy to me because this is the part 2, right? This is probably the final part to the whole drama. But I feel like, and I don't know, maybe I could be wrong, I feel like this might need more attention than it probably will get. Like, think about all the people who have just been scammed, and that's probably, if not the biggest scam in GD mod history. Could be partially GD history outside of, like, what is it, the Space UK, where he farmed money off the videos. But other than that,
yeah, but he wasn't really taking people's money. This is different.
Exactly.
He was actually taking people's money and just left with it, you know? It's crazy. It's just, I didn't expect him to do it at all. He kind of, I think he just wasn't his last straw, and he just kind of just left it all.
What would you say to the people who kind of are affected by the situation? Like, let's say they bought the license, right? And now it doesn't work because, from what I assume, well, not assume, but I know that the licenses don't work currently. What do you think they should do?
Well, if you guys are really wanting to use the mod, go download what patch team has leaked, because it's perfectly working as of what I've seen. But and what I want to say to everyone who's bought the mod, I am sorry for telling everyone it wasn't vibe coded, but I really had no idea he was going to exit scam. I am part of the blame, and I am sorry.
And we don't necessarily think like it's one of those situations where, you know, we should blame you, because also, even if it was vibe coded, that's not even a cause for drama. Like, it's happened before, it happens a lot. People vibe code a lot of stuff nowadays, but the main issue was just the scam part, and you had no idea about that.
I thought he was gonna keep going with the mod, honestly. Like, he told me he's gonna ride it out, like, until it burns down and no one wants to, like everyone hates him, you know what I mean? That was you just gotta keep going with it. I told him myself, like, even if the backlash was coming, you know, I say we just silently do updates for the mod, you know, keep it going, because, you know, I didn't want the mod to be a quick cash grab, you know. I enjoyed being part of that community somewhat. It's kind of like annoying that he did all that.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, I guess that's all we can do. I will have in the description of this video a link to the GitHub repository of the cracked mod. I will be posting the source code so you guys can check in and verify and build from source yourself if required. All right, thank you so much, Whoosh. I appreciate it.
No problem, bro. I got you.
If you got this far, please like the video and subscribe, as this took me a very long time, and it's a part 2, which is already enough effort than I should have made in the first one, but it's okay. If you guys want this to be shown and pushed to more people, please share the video and send this to anybody who you think has bought the actual mod and the license, so they can gain access to the cracked version and still continue to use it. Thank you guys so much, and have a great day.